Yeah, so between Mr. 2006, aka Mr. '06, and No Fly Zone Hive, that's the other dude I signed. His name's No Fly Zone Hive. Between the two of them, I mean, we getting a pretty stacked roster over here. Plus, Mr. I rap too fast to like fulfill my contractual obligations. I'm so shot that I don't understand how a binding contract works. And then I want to be just chilling out in my workspaces, like my jobs, my contractors, base of operations. Like in my town, he don't live out here. Motherfucking C's don't live out here. He live, you know what I'm saying? So he went all the way out the way to do some other shit, knowing that he ducking his shit. And basically, I wound up bumping into him. That's God. That's God and that's karma. Or that's one or the other or both working together. One thing I always tell y'all youngsters, man, karma will always get you. It's just like the type of shit where like the longer you avoid paying it off, like, cause I only know this cause I would pay a little bit off, then I'd incur a lot more. Like prison was the only time where like I was sitting still long enough not to incur more bad karma. So when I came home, I was still paying off the bad karma from before. And luckily I didn't incur no more after that because, let me tell you, karma had me on a payment plan. But anyway, so now we got, basically, including myself, we got 4 people on the roster. I'm in talks with some bigger artists trying to get involved in some other shit. Not bring them on the roster per se unless they really wanted that, because they don't need it. Other than from an equipment and having a studio that you don't gotta pay for type standpoint. And having basically someone who always, just ready to go, engineer for you, whatever. But as of right now, it's just Mr. 06, Mr. 2006, No Fly Zone Hive, C's, and myself. And pretty soon 13 gonna be joining us. Yeah, 13, that's his name. Yeah, 13. There is a dude who we're talking about signing. His name is Super Illegal Triple Felon Guy. It's like his name. No, for real, like. Because I can't offer like crazy signing bonuses or like I'll give you some cash for signing. Don't fuck it up. I'll give you some cash, but like I can't give you M's. I don't even have M's. That's like part of my method for like why I do this shit, man. I do it for the kids in the hood. I do it for the M's. You know what I'm saying? I do it cause I ain't got no other way right now. You feel me? I do it as a front too. Like this a storefront. Legitimate though, like 100%. Nothing illegal going on. I don't do nothing illegal no more. Them days is behind me. But I do it because one day I want to come back to Earth after I die here. After I die in this life, I want to come back in another life, way down the line, and see like a company I created and have no idea I created it in a past life. And like, maybe it got sold or something. So like, I literally see this shit and it has no relation to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like so old that this happened that like the people who are around who are my family don't even remember it being sold. But like it's some shit I created in one lifetime, and millennia later in this other lifetime, I'm still looking at it. And I like every time I look at it, I could like get a feeling like that's like familiar to me for like some reason. But like never like be able to really know like, oh yeah, you created that back in like 2023. It's called having a fucking legacy in this bitch. That's why this shit, like, when motherfuckers be hating in the comments, it don't faze me. That shit really don't faze me, bro. I got more aggravated by these motherfuckers on the hackers on the fucking GTA Online, bro, than I ever had by a hater in the comment section, bro. That is like this motherfucker, bro, on this GTA Online, bro. That's why I made 2 videos. I know it's not like that on the PS4 and all that shit, and on the PS5. Like, I really gotta get online for my PS5. I really gotta do that. Like, I'm putting that off. Still, there were certain things you could do online free, and you can't do them on PS5. Like, there's some that you still can, but like it's less than on PS4. So like, I was mad about that with PS5, bro. Man, like, this shit kind of pissed me off. But anyways, yeah. So expect there to be more music from different artists up on here that you haven't seen before. On my motherfucking one-of-a-kind, fucking pimp-tastic one-of-a-kind channel. On my motherfucking one-of-a-kind channel. I'm gonna try to get C's to, I'm gonna keep trying to pressure C's to fulfill his contractual obligations. 13 didn't like that he did that, and 13's waiting on his halfway house approval right now, to where he's gonna go to halfway and then he's gonna get transferred to a sober house out here. 13 is actually a licensed recovery coach. Yeah, that's what they're giving these dudes in prison now. They said, yo, that CNC machining? Yeah, we know Sikorsky not trying to hire you. They're not trying to have no felons around, no matters of national security, and nowhere near anything created with the defense budget. No, get away from those stealth panels on those Blackhawks. No, you're fired. Nah. Fuck your CNC machining. We don't want it. That's why you get situations where, like, you get a whole work crew at the at one of the supermarkets. I think it was a ShopRite. A whole like shift gets not indicted, gets violated on parole at the same time. Why? Because there was nowhere else they could work. Really, they all like 16 parolees, all of their own accord, started working at this Stop and Shop. They probably didn't even know each other was parolees for the longest time, and then probably like one by one they was putting it together. Like, you on parole? You on parole? I'm on parole. Is this a violation? I mean, we at work. We're required to, have a job for parole. And one of them probably got the dumb idea to ask his PO and blew the whole spot up, bro. My OG Stretch was telling me about that. My triple OG Stretch. Triple OG. You feel me? Motherfucker old as shit. You know what I'm saying? So just expect some new content. Expect to see some faces around here you ain't seen before. Try and get Unc to come down from the Ville for it. We almost had it together at one point. Kind of do like I don't like saying a no jumper. That was how Schemes worded. I like saying it's the same format, but we wouldn't do what No Jumper did in terms of like the points of criticism I have for them. It would be literally like almost like TRL with like a No Jumper, more interview type setting, like a Breakfast Club. But like we would do it in a way where it was done the opposite. Like, I really think all them shits is like a COINTELPRO to get people to tell on themselves. Like, get famous people to tell on themselves. Get people who just got famous not realize what they're doing is telling on themselves. Like, people who are untrained in media situations and don't understand that they should really say, I don't want to talk about that to certain questions. It's funny, they always call Gucci Mane retarded. He one of the only ones that ever has had the comment, and that was the big Gucci too. That was the real one. You know what I'm saying? That was the real one. That wasn't there's no debate. There's no that was the real one. You see the new one, that might be the real one, it might not be. I can't tell. Like I said, I literally can't tell, so I can't tell. According to someone who allegedly claims to act as Gucci Mane, as this new Gucci Mane, said that he that one's still in Florence, or still at the Tear House facility, and he never lost weight or nothing. Honestly, in prison, being that size, being that height, and that like weight, it really helped you in prison. You gotta remember, there's no guns in prison. If you happen to get one in, best believe it was a trick so the COs could come raid your shit and seize that shit later. Have this motherfucker on the news. They literally will do that shit just so they could have the news come down and be like, a Glock 26 was found in the cell of the county inmate. Like, literally, just do that shit just to scam the inmate, seize it back, make their rank look good, and then have the news come down. That's like the Hollywood shit. Just so they could have a Hollywood moment and be like, we on the news. We planted some shit, basically, to be on the news. But hey, listen, if he ain't asked for it, we wouldn't have planted it if he hadn't asked for it. Like the same justification a lot of people have when they're selling fentanyl or dope. Selling fentanyl's worse, man. One of my boys is doing a manslaughter bid for selling fentanyl right now. And he even said, like, I knew this was going to happen at some point. I just didn't think I'd go to jail the first time it did. Or at best case, maybe you got a Glock with like one full clip. How hard do you think it's going to be getting bullets? How you think it's going to be hard? How hard it's going to be boofing bullets into the jail? Who going to do that for you? What, you going to have a girl like kiss you at the visit? Which they don't even do now. Like, because of shit. What you going to do? She going to have a mouthful of bullets and like transfer like 40 fucking 9mm by 19 shits to your tongue? Like, you going to shit the bullets out? And bring a whole new meaning to bite the bullet. Like, you gonna dig through that shit to get the bullets out? Yo, all the people who never been to prison, man, you don't know how the drugs get in there, man. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. Gotta take X-Lax. Hope I did it in time. Shout out Beanie Siegel, man. See, Beanie Siegel talk about both sides. He talk about both sides. But yeah, man, I just figure I'll give y'all the update, man. I'll give y'all the update, let you know that 13, when he get home, it's just hit the ground running. I got what I call, like what people call a Gucci Mane plane set up for Mr. 13 because he really be like you have to manage, no, because if you give him his own devices, this is someone I've known for years, right? But I have to maintain the effect of the drama, right? And I have to maintain the business-like mystique that exists with that. I'm being stylistic. So if you just give 13, like say for example, the studio to work on, he'll do that all day. And he won't violate parole. And this will be the first time in the past, like half his life, in the past like 15, 16 years, that he hasn't gone back to prison. This will be the first time in the past 5 to 10 years he ain't go back to prison for either burglarizing some shit, hitting a lick on some shit. The last time he hit a lick, bro, he got like 40 bands. There was a Dollar Tree, and this dude was the like what was in the cash register from the Dollar Tree, like the whole day's, it was the whole week's shit. He was depositing in the bank that's literally just across the parking lot. 13 went strong arm, took the shit. Didn't even need a gun to do it. Strong arm took the shit. And he had 40 fucking bands, like 46 bands or some shit that they never was able to recover or get back or prove that he did that. That's 13, man. That's 13. Until 13 tried to do some other shit and got caught for that. You know, it was sort of like equally bad. But, yeah, so we got 13 coming out. We got Mr. 2006 is coming out, aka Mr. 06. And then we got No Fly Zone Hive coming out. You know what I'm saying? And then they gonna rap about how many squares is coming out and, you know, what they gonna buy with the profit from the squares when it's coming out. And they gonna talk about how if you think that don't get high on your own supply applies to selling weed, you're right in some people's cases, but those people are the type of people who shouldn't sell anything because they don't have self-control. And you also probably smoking the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I heard someone on this YouTube say, I would pay my boy 10 to get a G of his shit rather than smoke my own shit. So if you have pounds, let's say you have 2 pounds. I have to do this right now. Anyways, keep an eye out for, you know, 13, Mr. 2006, and No Fly Zone Hive coming out soon, right? So this dude on this video says, oh, well, because you're not supposed to get high on your own supply. Instead of smoking my weed, and he's referring to he was the plug. You ain't a plug in my eyes if you ain't touched a pound. And I don't mean you had a pound. I mean you was reeing up off more than a pound. 1.5 pounds, that counts. 1.25 pounds, that counts. But you still like to put it like this. You really should have pounds to be the plug. But he was saying that he wouldn't smoke his weed because you're not supposed to get high on your own supply. And instead, it's going to take his profit money, hit his boy up for a dub, a dime, something, and spend more money than he would have spent if he had just like put a .4 in a bong and ripped it. The only thing I've seen where people be
really smoking too much to the point where they're not making profit, they're just smoking for free, like, and it's off like more than a half pound, it's when these motherfuckers smoke nothing but blunts and nothing but backwoods, because you have to put 4 G's in there. It's like wasting $50 every time you roll up. Just take $50 of your profit, throw it away. I'm out this bitch, man.